So before I get started, I want to let you guys know that everything that I'm saying is already documented. People have gone to prison over this, and it's nothing that the cops don't know or anybody else was around at the time doesn't know. Okay, so let's go. My homeboy Whisper was my first homeboy to ever get killed in my neighborhood. It was in the 1990. I want to say I was 15 years old. He was 19. He got killed in the projects we used to call it the Victory Project Winos. It's actually the projects where they filmed the movie Set It Off, or one of the scenes when they're on the projects chilling with the lowriders and all that. He got killed right there. I met Whisper probably like in 89 or 90. He was a cool ass cat, man. He wasn't a bully. He wasn't a guy who was stuck up in the hood. He was I mean, to me at the time, 4 years, 4 years now doesn't really make much of a difference, but when you're 15 and 19, it's quite a big of a jump. And when I met him, I remember after a little while, we were all tripping out. He got the hood right here. He got an H on his neck, and then he tells, I'm talking to him, and he's like, yeah, homie, I'm gonna put the first homeboy that dies right here on the other side of my neck. I said, is that right, Whisper? I'm like, if I died, would you do that? I'm a young kid. He's like, fuck yeah, homie, I'll put your name right here. And to me, I'm like, wow, you're young and you think that's the coolest thing. The homie would sit there and put your name on his neck if you passed away, because in those days, and even to today, young kids sometimes think that dying for the neighborhood is like it's like giving you props. It's like you're gonna be immortalized in the neighborhood once you die. That's just not the case. So anyways, when after Whisper got smoked, the guy who ended up smoking him, he was doing robberies. He got caught, and he's from a rival set, and now he's doing life in prison. Well, soon thereafter, I had a couple of my homies go back. They killed one of theirs and shot one of theirs, and all those homies are doing life. A couple actually did get out after serving 20-something years, and you don't see them in the neighborhood no more. You heard of them getting out real quick. You heard a couple guys going in there trying to help them out, get them jobs or whatever, but for the most part, they just disappeared from the hood, and I can't blame them for that, man. What's the hood got to give those guys that they haven't given? They've given their life and soul to this thing and realized that it was for nothing. It's kind of fucked up. Well, anyways, what's a trip on my end is that everybody in my hood truly did like my homie Whisper. I mean, there's some guys, believe it or not, in neighborhoods that people just don't fucking care for, man. But this guy was one of those guys who really had a lot of love from the hood, from all the cliques, because back then we had Tierra Street, which is kind of the heart of the hood. You got the Victory Project Winos. You have Pacific Street Locos. What else did you have? Oh, you had Elmer Dukes. And I think they had some other one in Burbank. It was like 5 main cliques in the neighborhood, and we were pretty deep. So like I said, not everybody would always get along. Well, the crazy part on my end is that my brother was from Violent Boys, and Violent Boys is an arch rival set. I mean, we don't get along for them for nothing. It's something that it's just on sight. Fools will get down. Fools will fucking light each other up. Well, my brother saw what I went through after Whisper died, and then soon thereafter, his homie Oldie, he wasn't from his set, but it was from a set that's real close to them. That's who my homie was ended up killing, was his homeboy Oldie. And the crazy part was that after he told me about his homeboy, because I had already told him about mine, it was almost like it was the same person in their hood that got killed in my hood. It was somebody that everybody liked. He wasn't some fucking bully motherfucker. He wasn't some guy who thought he was better. He was I think he was around 20, 21 years old, or maybe like 19, around Whisper's age when he got killed. And I ended up losing 3 homies to go do life for that. And what's crazy now is you fast forward it's been 27 years or something. 28 years, 29 years. You fast forward now, and you ask guys from my hood, if they know Whisper, heard of Whisper, and you're rarely gonna get anybody who really knows unless they're a little bit older. I guarantee you, it's the same thing for the neighborhood that my rival's neighbor who killed my homeboy, and then we got our run back. The same thing. You ask them about Oldie, I'm sure a lot of them don't even know, man. I'm sure maybe just the guys who are in their late 30s, early 40s are the only ones who really know. But all the youngsters, they don't know, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, when people think they're giving up their lives for the hood and that they're gonna be immortalized, whether it's by dying for your neighborhood or whether it's by killing for your neighborhood, it just doesn't happen, man. It just doesn't happen. The ones who I can guarantee you without a fucking doubt is their families, man. You ask my homeboy Whisper's family if they still remember her. That's not even a question. Dude. Fuck yeah, they do. You ask about the Oldies family. Fuck yeah, they remember them. That's their fucking member of their family that was lost to something that's just fucking petty and childish, man. These are wars that we have all fought for, 40 years, some hoods. The sad part is that we as young Latinos just sometimes don't understand the impact that we're doing by not just killing one another, but, you know, keeping that same cycle going through your fucking family day in and day out. Anytime somebody commits a murder, and if you don't have, first of all, money to get a proper lawyer, there's a good chance you're gonna get fucked. So what's that mean? That means your family, who's fucking worked their fucking ass off, has not have to come up with fucking 20, 40 grand for a good attorney. If you're fighting a murder case, you're gonna be looking at $20,000 to $40,000, dude. And we're out there on the streets fucking grinding and hustling and doing all what we do because we don't have that kind of money. But then we're acting like, you know, once we get busted, we want our family to kick in and help us out, and you look at them wrong if they don't, and that's fucking wrong, man. You know, if you're man enough to take a man's life, or you think that's what a man is, then don't be man enough to take the consequences, man, without fucking burdening your family, you know. And sit here and blame everybody else for our fucking problems. We can sit here and blame the government for bringing so much dope into Los Angeles. We could sit here and blame the government for looking the other way during all these gang wars and gang violence. We can sit here and blame the government for us not having enough work, for us not having enough community services. We can sit here and just blame everybody else. But until we actually start taking responsibility for our fucking issues, nobody's gonna listen, man. Nobody's gonna listen. We need to sit there and grow up as people. Start teaching each other. Like I said, when I started gangbanging, and guys before me, we didn't know any better, man. I didn't have any big homies. Like I said, my big homie, my older homies were like 4 years old, man. You know, but that's not even close to being a big homie. I had nobody who had gone through the experiences that I had. We were all fresh guys actually just going through the experiences of the hood, and we went through that by ourselves, you know. But now that we're a little older, now that we've come out of that crazy ride and came out on the other side and know that it's nuts, man. Know that it's fake, know that it's fucking lies. We need to start fucking educating the younger guys into realizing that that's not a lifestyle to live. There ain't nothing cool about that. Ain't nothing cool about being in a concrete box, homeboy. Nothing cool about that, man. Me personally, as a 43-year-old man, I have zero animosity towards any of my old enemies' hoods. I actually look at them completely different. I actually look at them with a certain sign of respect from one soldier to another. In all wars, there has to be an end. In all wars, there's casualties. Like I said before, it takes real men. It takes real generals to sit there and say, all right, that's it. Enough killing. How do we figure this shit out? How do we stop fucking killing each other? And the way we stop killing each other is by letting younger generations know that that's not the way to do it, man. There ain't no future in that shit. And in reality, look at it, guys. I mean, you can go on YouTube, look at old people's videos fucking 10 years ago. Look at them where they're at now, man, 10 years later. I don't have to look back because, like I said, I see it every fucking day, man. I'm still fucking blocks from my hood. I still see the show going on. I still see what this lifestyle brings, man. And it brings nothing but death, mayhem, destruction, and drug addicts, man. That's what it's gonna bring you, man. And hopefully, just hopefully, you know, somebody listens. You know, I hope I'm not being a dead horse with this shit, but it's just like, man, it's just, I get tired of seeing this shit. If you want to throw your life away and live that way, you know what? I guess get your money, brother. But me personally, you know, we got a short span in this fucking life, man. Enjoy it. Take advantage of it. You know, don't be that guy in that cell or in that yard walking around saying, fuck, fuck, man, how did I get myself into this? And believe me, you motherfucker, you are one day, if you think you're with the business, you think you're with the function, you think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you think I'm talking out of my fucking neck, you think I'm just a square motherfucker, no problem, homeboy, get your money. But when you're walking around that fucking yard, looking around, saying, what the fuck did I get myself into? When you're in that fucking cell, just looking up, fuck, dude. You're tired of hearing your bunky stories. You're tired of watching that same old Channel 9 fucking reruns. You're tired of eating that same old chow. You're tired of that same old fucking routine over and over and over and over again. Dude, this shit just don't change. Count in the morning. Count at fucking 12:01. Count at 5 o'clock. Count at night. When to take a piss. When to take a shit. When to go eat. When you get your mail. What mail goes out. Just on and on, you know. We live this gangster lifestyle supposedly because we don't like rules, we like to do whatever the fuck we want, but you end up going to jail and you get more rules than anywhere else, man. The problem is that we as young men, for the most part, weren't really taught so much right and wrong. We learned from the streets. We didn't know what the rules was. We didn't know there was we didn't know there's a playbook to this fucking game, and the playbook is take care of business, go to work. Being a dumbass in the streets ain't cool as fuck. Not going to school ain't cool as fuck. You know, we thought not reading, not going to school, getting our bang on, disrespecting our elders, not listening to teachers, not listening to cops. We thought that was cool, man, but it's not. That's just a quick way to fuck your life up, man. Kids who think that their parents may be assholes and they look at other parents who let their kids go out and do what they want. The cool parents, man. Let me tell you something. Being a cool parent is the easiest thing in the world, because being a cool parent just means you really don't give a fuck about your kids, man. Plain and simple. The one who cares about you is the one asking where you're going, what time are you gonna be back, let me talk to a parent where you're going, let me get a number to somebody else where you're going. Just, you know, they ask you questions, they're involved in your fucking life. And parents, if you don't get involved in your kid's life, some other motherfucker will. So, you know, I hope you guys are all taking this in stride. I hope you guys are liking the content. Once again, make sure that subscribe button and hit the like button, guys. Also, I appreciate the comments. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys later, man. Bye.